At least 1 million American children are deaf or hard of hearing. How do I know? This is my story. So I discovered my hearing since I was 2 years old, and how I became hard of hearing was I was going through the ECMO machine and they put me on a lot of medication, and they put a lot of my nerve hairs in my ears, so I don't have any sound waves. And that's why it's very, very hard for me to find a good hearing aid for me right now, because I don't have anything wrong with my eardrum. There's a lot wrong with my nerve hairs. I don't have any. And when I was really little, I have very few memories, but I do remember that, like, every time I saw my grandpa, I would do this, because that's how I knew him, because every time I saw him, he'd be doing this every time he listened to music, but I couldn't hear his name or anything. I just do the guitar, and every time I see my grandma, like, she was really sick one time when I first met her, when she was coughing really bad, and so every time I saw her, I would start coughing, and, yeah, I remember just making a lot of noises. I would, like, go to the door and I would just be like, bow, 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 just make a whole bunch of noises for some reason. I just like making noises. And then when I got to school, I went to a deaf and hard of hearing school for a while, and then they thought that I was doing too well there, so they said that I could go to a regular elementary school, and that was a little hard for me, but then, it was just better. And when I got to middle school, I started realizing, because middle school is definitely a hard time for your self-esteem and all that, and I started realizing that it wasn't really that normal to be hard of hearing, so of course I kind of got a little sad over that, and then when I got to high school, just like, whatever, I have my friends, I have my mom, whatever, I don't care anymore, yeah, I love my life so much. I'm a happy person. When I plan on leaving high school, I plan on going to San Francisco to be a fashion designer, and right now I'm doing a lot of sewing. I make my own clothes, I sketch a lot of clothes, I buy a whole bunch of books on fashion from like the 30s and the 50s and all that kind of stuff, and I draw a lot, and I paint on my canvases and stuff like that, and whenever I sketch an idea, I'm just like, okay, I have to go make this. So my mom would drop me off at my grandmother's house, and I would sew the other clothes, and, it takes me a whole day to just make that outfit, and I'm so excited to wear it the next day. Yeah. I would say to definitely listen to less music and just go everywhere we can go, because, hearing the raindrop is so hard for me. I can never hear the rain. I can never hear a lot, but I just know that a lot of people can appreciate that a little bit more than just listening to those earphones, watching TV all the time. It's just so much better than just listening to music and all that. My mom has been there for me more than anybody else has ever been there for me. And she has never ever told me I couldn't do anything. Anytime I ever wanted to do something, she said, okay, then go do it. And then she just helped me, encouraged me more to go do more of it. And she never really says no to me when it comes to any of that stuff. Like, if I find something on the internet about my hearing or something, I'm like, oh, Mom, you have to look up to this. And she'll call my audiologist, Kathy, right away and be like, okay, I'll make an appointment and talk about it and all that. Yeah, she's been there for me a lot.